Heather Beattie says there'll be no stunts in her race for City Hall. The state's former First Lady has formally announced she'll stand for Brisbane's Central Ward. And reporter Max Futcher is in Wilston. And Max, can she win?
Oh, Georgie, she concedes it is going to be difficult for her, and it will be hard considering the state of the Labor brand. Currently, the Central Ward is held by Councillor David Hinchliffe, who is retiring. He holds it by about 100 votes, so it's certainly a marginal seat or a marginal ward, and so much will come down to the state of the Labor brand, but also the impact the Beattie name can have in this campaign, be that negative or positive. If she's learned anything from her husband, it's that politics is no walk in the park.
Either the dumbest thing I ever did or the smartest thing I ever did, and I suspect it may be the dumbest thing.
Heather Beattie fronted her first press conference as a political candidate, watched intently by Peter, and started her pitch to win over the voters of Brisbane Central Ward.
Rates have increased greater than inflation, and that's a real issue for people with cost of living.
Mrs Beattie emerged after Grace was deemed ineligible, and former candidate Paul Crowther abruptly stood aside.
I can state categorically the previous candidate was not pushed.
She provides some star power to Labor's push for City Hall, which was shell-shocked by Saturday's LNP landslide. But will it work?
The name Beattie's familiar to me too. That was the name that said that after the privatisation of the power, that we wouldn't see an increase in electricity charges.
LNP candidate Vicky Harvey was surprised at her change of opponent.
I thought it was Grace in the morning, but now then I heard it was Heather, and I really was quite confused. I think I'll wait till midday today to see who actually puts their hand up.
While Heather watched her husband dominate Queensland politics as a self-confessed media tart, she'll have a different approach.
As a nurse, I know one of the main things that people want is someone to listen and to be responsive to their needs.
No stunts?
No.
She'll make up her own mind about these things, and I've always respected her judgment.
Besides, someone's got to do the housework.
There's not just the dishes, there's the washing and ironing to do as well.
I'm thinking of coming up with a range of scones similar to Flo's. I've got to work on it.
Peter Beattie there, and you can bet we'll see a lot more of him as this campaign rolls on. Today in the press conference, Heather Beattie was asked if she had any desire to run for Lord Mayor of Brisbane. Well, her answer was one step at a time, so take from that what you will. As for the Lord Mayoral race this afternoon, there was the ballot draw, and I can tell you that number one on the ticket was Rory Killen for the Australian Sex Party. Number two is Andrew Bartlett, the former Democrat senator now running for the Greens. Number three, Ray Smith for the ALP. Chris Carson at number four, and the Mayor Graham Quirk at number 5 on the ballot paper.
Thank you, Max Futcher in Wilston.